Hello, everybody, and welcome back. This is episode 9 of Valeria Dominates Underrail. It's really episode 9 this time. I was mistaken in the previous episode, but now I'm not, so let's get right to it. So in the last episode, we did some jobs for Freak, and also picked up Thumper and dropped it off in Rail Crossing, which is where we are right now. Since we're over here, and Azif asked me, not Azif, Jack Quicksilver asked me to go meet a guy named Azif in the Hanging Rat Bar. So, we're gonna go do that since Rail Crossing is pretty much the closest drop-off you can get to that. Let's just wait for these coiffees to get out of the way. Okay. So, yeah, Jack Quicksilver sent us on a job to meet a fellow down here. A very mysterious organization he works for, but here's a bloke named Azif down here in the Hanging Rat Bar, which is a cool place that cool people end up at. He's pretty impressed with how I handled all of my tasks optimally with thought and elegance. And he has further need of my services. So, he works with an organization who are the Eye of Underrail. They watch and wait for opportunities to obtain wealth, to gain better understanding of the world, and to perhaps change its course for the better. So, despite the fact that we were given some questionable jobs, like breaking a lady out of prison, or, helping a guy get off on a murder charge, they do actually have some high-minded ideals. Not that it really seems to work out that way in practice. They're a bit more opportunistic than I think they would like to admit. But they do have some understanding of the bigger picture. Now, I will join his little organization and learn all of the secrets. So let me just go ahead and stealth mode here, so I don't get killed by these coiffees or something. I don't know why they don't attack him. He's just down with the coiffees. So, anyway, he leads me to this big empty cave here with a whole lot of nothing in it. Usual disclaimer, I guess. Spoilers ahead. So what are we doing here, bud? Says I need to take a closer look with my mind's eye, and it's gonna give me a little nudge. Kim! And as it turns out, there's a whole big friggin' thing right there. And this showy bastard doesn't even say anything and just walks right inside. So, that's pretty unexpected, right? Some big-ass tubes here. I wonder what goes through. Anyway, Well, let's poke our heads inside of this weird freaking thing. And it's relatively hollow on the inside, except for these little gantries that run across it. It's called Oculus. So yeah, what is this place? It's the Eye of Underrail. And all the important information gets here sooner or later. They use that information to generate profit and protect themselves. They did not build this place. I think most of you have probably already guessed that. And at least Azif considers himself just a custodian here. The Oculus was built by beings which Azif refers to as godmen, for lack of a better word. Much of it is broken or inoperable, or my guess is they simply don't know how to operate it. But the things that do work and can be used are still orders of magnitude more advanced than anything else in Underrail. They use it to spy on everybody. His understanding of what the Godmen are is pretty confused because a mainframe, which is this giant crystal, spoke directly into his mind in an alien language, and it is difficult for humans to interpret that. Godmen's the best he can do, but it is not a compound word in their language. Does not stand for godly men or male gods. It is unclear exactly what they are. But depending on whether the mainframe tells of the past or future, the godmen are, were, or are yet to be the masters of the galaxy, and all the universe is within their reach. They live on a moon-orbiting gas giant somewhere. And they defeated beings called the Leviathans to come into power. They are immortal, sitting on their moon, watching the universe, with all of the power and deadly weapons to watch and control everything. And says they have nothing to fear except for the dark, empty, silent expanses and primordial fires, though they highly prefer the latter. So yeah, the mainframe, the crystal mainframe, is this big old thing in the middle here. Some kind of supercomputer or prophetic machine or sleeping god. You can try to connect your mind to it. It ends badly for most people. You have to have very high willpower to see the, or is it high psionic skills? I can't remember. One or the other. To actually get visions that you can make sense of from that. So anyway, he's advised me to just poke around for now, get familiar with my new surroundings. It's all these sweet boxes of tempting loot, but they're all owned. And I'd rather not get in trouble for stealing from my new, organization here. Phyllis here is a, pretty talented doctor, and she studies and repairs bodies. She thinks of all of these things in sort of mechanical terms, which is why she uses the word repair. And the reason she joined Oculus was because Oculus sought her out. There's no ranks in Oculus, there's no levels or titles. Everyone is ranked the same. Your skills and abilities determine your duties and your place in Oculus. There's no hierarchical grading. Azif, it's a pretty talented dude, so he wields a fair amount of influence here. Dillis is here because she is a extremely talented medical professional. And she often has some pretty dope goods for sale. So let's take a look. Nothing so great this time. Sometimes you can purchase hypercerebrics from her, which gives you a nice intelligence bonus. Very useful for crafting. Over here's our old friend Abram. Wanted to have a quick chat with him. He's still as wheezy as ever. And yeah, I did not expect us to wind up in an alien pyramid. We should do something about that cough, Abram. And after pushing him for a bit, he reveals his milky white eyes, and after unzipping his collar, quite a gruesome visage. His lips and the flesh around them have been completely burned off. Through the gaps between his yellow teeth, greenish saliva drips down inside of his mask. There's a sickening, acrid smell. He looks like he's about to speak, but the look on his face, or on my face, must have changed his mind. He laughs. A deep, slow-deep laugh of malevolent amusement. And then starts coughing, and puts his mask and goggles back in place. So what happened to him was Biocorp. He is the victim of mutagen. He's luckier than the mutants that we've been running into that are relatively mindless and very violent. But Abram himself was also present in Junkyard. He suffered from mutagen, and I'm about to tell him about Wyatt Bear, the old man we found, still living in Junkyard, survived the mutagen tests. Abram is having trouble believing this, but yeah, Wyatt is still there in an old junkyard with his dogs, waiting for Biocorp to return so he can shoot them between the eyes. Which confuses Abram even more. So he's gonna go and check on his old friend. I don't think you actually get anything for telling him, but I think it's a nice little bit of, element there. I can't quite hack my way up to level 2 on this thing, so you can get, a fair amount of information about different characters in the game with level 1, like we can look up Hadrian Tanner. He's one of the leaders of SGS, widely considered to be the most influential man in the station, but he downplays it. SGS's rise to power has been quite steady since Hadrian joined it. There are no records of him prior to SGS, and it's suspected that his name is an alias. Vera Hale of SGS was dismissed as a Minister of Trade from the United States. It's unknown why she was dismissed or why she ended up at Southgate Station. Anyway, there's some useful information in there that we'll be looking at later on. Handy resource. If you have level 2 access, there's information about Freak in there as well. If you're not good at persuasion, it's another way to get him to let you join his crunch and still get all of the rewards for it. This guy down here is really bitter about his cramped quarters. And when you mention it, he starts ranting about how he can't move a foot without buffing into all those damn boxes. And he also hears things trying to get in, like crawlers climbing on the walls. And those just sort of work on the outside there. And then EDS triggers and scorches them to the electric defense system. That zaps the crap out of anything that it deems dangerous. It knows what should and shouldn't be killed. And yeah, he gets distracted by the sound of burning lunatics screaming and tumbling into the abyss. Anyway, he has he's a pretty good source of decently high level gear here. So we're gonna take a look. None of these tabby boots are as good as the pair I'm wearing though, so we're gonna leave those. And I'm already pretty happy with my armor here, the Rat Hound Regalia. This does sell these vanishing powder grenades, which are super useful. It's the only place in the game that you can get them as far as I'm aware. And they let you immediately enter stealth when you use one, which is great for when you want to cheese it and run away. Also a lot of higher quality blueprints here. I'll take that one. Thermobaric grenades are cool, but I'm not going to have the chemistress go to make them, so no need to purchase that. There's also a pretty good source of parts for guns if you need miles to refurbish things. Usually you need very high quality parts, like you'll need a quality 120 SMG frame. And some of those things can be pretty difficult to find. I've had weapons that I wanted to refurbish that I've gone through the entire game, basically completing every task and still not found the parts I needed. Okay, and I think everything we're gonna buy from him. Up here on the apex, there's a fellow named Twitch, who, is a twitchy fellow looking at a whole bunch of screens. And he multitasks and keeps track of everything happening on Underrail. So, if you need information, Twitch is actually a really good source because he sees everything that happens. There's one more floor without a whole lot on it. Not much to do down here. Later on, there's a pretty interesting character that you can speak to down here, but he is not currently present. And there's no need to say too much more about that at the moment. Let me just save my game here and focus my mind on the mainframe. So, I feel the walls of the pyramid fall away, first slowly, but they begin accelerating, moving light years away, but I can still somehow see them. And the rock shrinks to subatomic size. I can still feel its presence, but I can't see the light. I am in the vastness of space, surrounded by the pyramid's walls. A storm of memories, knowledge, and visions rage around me, most of it well beyond my reach. Let's focus on two large objects revolving around each other. Can't follow their movement. Superheated object is the same, pervading background waves, and the distorting constellation far away. Ooh, that one I can actually see, I think because I have temporal manipulation scale. So the stars around me start to spin and spiral down into a center from which a celestial wheel emerges. With each spin of the wheel, the constellation is violently reconfigured in full, and that always ends up invoking the same image. The wheel spins faster and faster, until in a single instant, two shafts of light thrust out of its center, perpendicular to the wheel, along which all the constellations are strung and visible simultaneously. And with a sickening screech, the space around me implodes, and I tumble back into reality. So, if you feel like you didn't learn a whole lot from that vision, guess. Now, Azif has an assignment for me. There lived a man, and he could still live, named Whit Nosek. A long time ago, he worked for Biocorp, old Biocorp, long before the Protectorate took over. Hundreds of years. And he worked on a project, I think it's around 250 years, but if I'm mistaken. Anyway, he worked on a project called the Ark. The exact details are unknown, but it was some manner of longevity research. And near the end of his time at Biocorp, he made a major breakthrough, but he did not share the results with his colleagues before fleeing the organization. Azif needs to know what the results were. And he's pretty sure that Whit is the only man that can help. He doesn't know if he's alive at all, or where he is. So talking to him is pretty difficult, but these are the sort of jobs that people in Oculus get assigned. So, yeah, find a guy who vanished 250 years ago and may not still be alive. Easy freaking peasy. So let's see what we know about Whit Nosek. He worked for old Biocorp before becoming a renegade. He was involved in the Phenotype Dynamics project. Where do you hear about that one again? Project Arima, I'm not sure what that is. Project Ark is his longevity thing. He's part of the Second Circle. So, very highly ranked in Biocorp, and most of his information is classified. He was dismissed from Arima by an unknown member of First Circle. Spent a few years on minor projects before being reassigned to Ark. Following the Hollow Earth incident, he defected from Biocorp, and his movements are largely unknown after that. If he's still alive and scientifically active, he would probably choose Core City. where he would be out of reach of Biocorporate Protectorate while having access to scientific equipment. Oops. And if we look at Project Hercule, little is known of it aside from the fact that it most certainly dealt with human-like research and involved Panacea Lab in Upper Underrail. Phenotype Dynamics is a project that dealt with using mutagen to dynamically change phenotypes of living beings in their mature state. Much of the controversy surrounding the Hollow Earth incident is related to it. That's all the information that I can access with my level 1 here. But that's that Biocorp mutagen again, the same thing that fucked up Abram's face and made Witnosek live forever. And nothing at all is known about Project Arima. Maybe we'll learn more about it in Underrail too. Oh, and then there's Siphoner Man, a potential hybrid, or perhaps an urban legend, described as a bipedal humanoid creature, highly intelligent, and capable of using language. There's no proof of its existence, but a lot of unreliable claims and sightings. Interesting stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna pop up here and talk to a fellow named Twitch. Again. Well, you know what? I don't think he has anything to tell me yet. I need to go to, Upper Underrail first. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, one might come over here real quick. So... there's a good chance I get myself killed here, but we're gonna try it anyway. Come on. There we go. Neat. Okay. That's a pretty good baseline to start from. As you might have guessed, there are crawlers down here. And my not being a huge fan of crawlers, I have opted to, set some traps here. Gotta make sure I don't accidentally step on land trap when I do that. There we go. So that should get one of them comer. Yep, you can see they're stepping on the caltrops there. If you suspect you're in an area with a lot of stalkers or crawlers, it is not a bad idea to just start throwing caltrops on the ground if you've got them. Boy, I really should have, refilled my psi reserves before going down here. That was a pretty inefficient thing I did just there, but I do have 6 of these stacked up on that guy, so it's gonna do a fair amount of damage. Ugh, there's 3 of them. This would be a great time to have Thumper, actually. I'm still waiting on my grenade cooldown here. not a lot of other, things I can really do. Okay. So they're gonna come over here and stab me. Oh, maybe not? Well, well, well. Do I pop back up or take a couple stabs at this guy? That one went back into stealth. That's Lightning come over. She's about to exit that. Wait, do I even have enough? I can't interact with that in combat. Well, that kind of decides things for me. Oh boy. Oh, so unlucky. Okay. Now I'm gonna get, I think, killed by a bunch of crawlers. Yep. I'll come back for them. I'm just gonna leave those traps there, though. They're already set up. Anyway, there's some neat stuff down there. If you can survive the going down there and get it. Oh, I'm almost certain Thumper isn't gonna be ready yet, but it's been a little bit, and I'm just gonna check. See if Miles has finished the job. He's gonna tell me no, but I'm impatient. Later. Yep. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're here. Dude's here. Where to go and, where to do Dude's quest. Oh, you know what? Let me, drop some crap off first. I have so much stuff with me. It's all so heavy. Wait, there's a button for that. There we go. Let's take that, because I can let it know quick. Shh. I also don't need those random ass bullets. Actually, don't need these either because I don't have a grenade launcher yet. Okay. Swap that in. What's my stealth? 150? Yeah, that'll be great. That's enough. Oh, and while I'm not forgetting things, let me hit that. There we go. Okay. Also, well, your bag of hardcore chips to give a +5 Q crit chance. Very helpful for a critical lunatic like me. So Dude's been waiting for me. That's how even a drunk like him. This is how important this drinking is. The visions told him we need to drink together. So he'd still got those 20 bottles of mushroom brew that I recovered from the locker. And we're about to get shit-faced. And it's important for reasons that you be drunk. So, not sure how much time has passed, but wretched gravity has become my nemesis. The vilest and most evil of all forces in nature simply won't leave me alone. It's toying with me, prodding me, bullying me into kissing the unwashed floor. And, seems to be trying to deprive me of precious liquor by puppeting my hands and dispelling it all over the table. Dude is resisting this force's devious influence. A stoic sieged by terror itself. Passing patrons observe my struggle, but the more I feel their stares, the less I give a rat's habits. The drinking continues. This guy appears out of thin air, his lips move, producing sound. Everything he's saying is slurred. Word spews into a very long one. You still nod. He seems familiar. Maybe? But hold it, he's talking to Dude. Dude answers in a foreign language. The man leaves. Dude? As soon as you speak, a brew appears on the table before you. Sudden, overwhelming thirst. Never mind. Continue drinking. I love that the brackets say drunkenness on that. Your head is light, your body is heavy. Gravity is tipping your balance in its own favor. You'd punch it if you could, but it hurt the last time you tried. The annoying guy materializes again. Can't this man speak properly? Doesn't seem pleased. His scowl speaks volumes. His words, meaningless. You mumble something to him. His stare shines brighter than an exploding pileup of 1,000 trains. Dude takes over and extinguishes the flames, unwillingly, and the man nods and disappears. What's that guy's problem? More bottles ambush you. Seductive, enticing. And then I throw up. My constitution is not high enough to drink the way Dude does. Your nose is full of dust while the pool of your drool feels warm on your face. You raise your head only to slam it against the ceiling. Ceiling it is not, though, but the underside of a table. As you slowly regain your consciousness, a voice from above beckons you. Can you hear me? You find your way from underneath the table and climb up your chair. I'm just gonna laugh. Dude's asking how I'm feeling. He's glad to hear it. And that means it's working, man. That means it's working. I was scared for a moment, you know, and not because of the, things that happened, but because we ran out of brew. I had 2 more on me, and those tasted odd, man. Maybe they were spoiled? But once we went through that, I had to, get some more. I just get more brew. I am my ways, man. Don't worry a thing. Now listen, man. Hey, listen. We're exactly where we want to be, for we have been elevated to the summit of human consciousness, man. In this state, our minds are capable of seeing over the thick mists of our earthly senses and understand that our reality is so much different from how we normally perceive it, and that it's not the only one. New curves, new details, new rules, new worlds. And once our minds finally fathom our reality in its true form, only then will our eyes be able to see the rifts in the very fabric through which we can reach its every corner. Well, maybe not every corner, but at least 5 or even beyond. This is crucial, man. Look around and tell me, how's everything appear to you? Blurry and shaky, cause I'm drunk as fuck. But that is what we need. We now perceive the world alike. I asked what he did in the vision, and he will show me, because we're gonna go and do the vision. The guy he used to know used to always say show don't tell, and he was right. He also drank battery acid and died a week after that, but, he was right. So that sounds nice. What's the first thing we need to do? And the thing is, we gotta do a lot of walking, go on some homes and some caves, and go on a journey. Me and Dude. Do we have to? Man, what have you been drinking? You do not ignore vision. You do not say to it, well, vision, no. You do not kick it in the shin and run away like a little girl and hide on a hopper's crevice. If a vision shows you taking a journey, you better make sure you take that damn journey, man. You, catch my, drift? So, what's the first step? gotta find homes. Dude's homes, because he's lived in many, many homes. Alright, so let's go. He doesn't know exactly where we're going or what we're gonna find, but, you know, it's a vision, so he's just gonna go and do it. That's how Dude lives his life. Just stumbling from vision to vision. Hey, Dude's mom. It's not my mother, man. Anyway, there's this shriveled old lady here who's waving her ladle at us angrily, calling us pipe-working sons of drop-offs. If she wanted some zone-ass bastards to barge into her home, she would never have left the drop zone. And she tells us to leave, or she's gonna open a can of Zone out and show you how this grandma dominates pipe lickers like us. Pretty hardcore lady, you know, all things considered. But like, this place used to be Dude's. And I'll press see if I can persuade her. Yeah, okay, cool. So she's gonna let us take a look around. If you don't have enough persuasion skill, you can either bribe her or kill her, but I always feel too bad about, you know, killing a cranky old lady to do that, so I end up shelling out a couple hundred sharons if my persuasion's not up to it. So, time to do a little exploration. And there's a wall panel over here that I'm trying to remove. Doesn't seem to be working. Luckily, drunkenness presents a brute force option, and I just kick the thing, and voila, there's a safe. Dude does not have the key. There's two possible options. Either the key's hidden somewhere in the room, or he locked the safe with the key inside. He's done that a few times. So, yeah, let's go find the key. Oh, a suspicious picture. Let's try there. Nothing behind it but a spider family. I should forget where the key is. Probably not in the bowl of skill. You know, I actually do not remember where that key is. Plastic crate. Snake. Picture, mirror, junk pile. Splice rack. Bucket. Monitor. Bowl. Oh, there we go. That's because it wasn't, popping up on table, but in the crack over here, there was a small key. And I have one bottle of unsaturated phthalate catalyst. That's the first thing, man. It's all coming back to man. To enter a reality rift, your mind mustn't only be capable of perceiving the rift, but also safely traveling through it Only if the mind knows which reality lies beyond the rift, will be able to reach it. Otherwise, your body will blast freely, but the mind will stay behind and you'll split. Your mind will fizzle out since there's no brain to maintain its existence, while your aimless body will roam the world beyond until it rots. In the end, both will be joined again in, nothingness. But even if you're prepared, fragments of your mind, memories and emotions, might still stay behind, and you won't be able to get those back. Those fragments will be lost forever. And thanks. My guess is that dude has lost quite a few fragments by this point. His head's starting to hurt from all the remembering, but this unsaturated cyanic catalyst ingredient is quite necessary. So, the dude, he knows things. His head is like a bony bowl of cerebrospinal stew, with a large nervous dumpling in the middle. And yet he's rarely nervous, if you know what I mean, man. So, see, he's pretty sure he must have rift-walked at some point. Anyway, we are done here. And, moving on to the next location. This is dude's upper Underrail apartment. We were very fortunate that he fell and hit his head on a concrete slab, or he would have never remembered this place existed. He relocated for a lot of reasons. People wanting to kill me, robotic ghosts following me around, nightmarish creatures appearing in my house, it being too damn noisy, the usual stuff, man. I can't remember why I left this place in particular, though. Must have been the bandits throwing grenades down at me or something, 'cause I remember one time waking up to a grenade blast. But anyway, here we are, checking out dude's, apartment here. So, he, needs a key card, and, shit, where is the, key card? Okay, I think it's in the desk if I'm remembering. Yeah, yep, there it is. Also, there's a fridge over here, which has a bunch of brew in it. We're gonna take that. There's some, clues with all these numbers around here. I'm not paying too much attention because I have the solution written down from a previous run through here. A lot of the puzzles in Underrail are like semi-randomized, but this one is not. Yeah, anyway, he's like rambling about how he reprogrammed his card and how one time he found himself in a burrower's nest with only a lighter and a loaf of root bread. Anyway, he's gonna unlock the door here for us. And the room is full of big-ass mutants. Because dude has terrible freaking memory and forgot that he locked him in there. There's an earthquake, and then there were mutants. And he ran away naked. Anyway, it's times you kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm too drunk to kick ass, so there's gotta be another way to deal with his mutants. Pretty sure Zap spiders, Quail Spider's tiny cousins, got inside and screwed up his console. It was all jumbled up. And he doesn't actually know if the console does, but like probably something important. But I can't know everything, man. So, he's gonna go, go outside, ask him to hold my brew. And then hide outside because he doesn't want he closes the freaking door too. What a guy. So anyway, normally you'd have to do a bit of puzzling here to figure out what all this crap means. I did it once and I really never want to do it again, so I'm just going to use my old solution. This isn't really the kind of puzzle I enjoy. There we go. So, when we hit the button there to activate that, and then take a peek in the surveillance console, we can see that I've just turned on the broken cryo chamber in there, or maybe the vent, I don't know. It's filling the room with very, very cold gas. So we're going to freeze all these mutants to death. Or maybe just mostly to death. It might be too late for them. Yeah. If you don't go quite so hardcore with the freezing, you can sometimes wear them down to almost dead and then take them out yourself and get all the XP for it, which I didn't think to do. So, here's a Barcelona chair. He had one in Core City too. Dude seems to really be a fan of Barcelona chairs. Anyway, I'll go let him know that the mutants are taken care of. Then we'll go check all this out. Nothing in here really worth looting on the mutants. But got some morphine, a doctor's coat, and a throwing guard. And then some interesting stuff in the crowd chambers. That one's a bottle of probably mushroom brew, some red tissue, a gas grenade, a couple empty ones, and a frozen puffy-looking fungus. Dude always has weird shit in his houses. So I found some morphine, a lab coat, and for some strange reason, a groin guard. Since, hey man, I know you're not a man, so I never expect you to understand, but The dude's gotta keep his man boulders safe at all times. In this terrible world, a rat hound could fight them off, a lurker could chop them off, a train could run you over, and that includes your sensitives. It's testicular genocide waiting to happen, man, and you gotta be prepared for it. Little does Duke know, I am a master of kicking people in the nuts. Anyway, the morphine is, the important thing in here. Once you prepare the mind, you can enter a rift. The mind is safe, but your body is at risk while you're walking through the guts of the universe trying to, like, reach the exit rift. That's the scientific name for it. Exit rift. Anyway, untold horrors await those who enter. Abrasive winds will tear your flesh away. Toxic fumes will incinerate your lungs, and blinding darkness will totally mess up your eyes. Powerful radiation will bombard your very cells, morphing them into these, like, tumor manufacturing organic machines. And it's not just that. There's living things there too, hiding in the shadows. You'll be walking in this, like, dark, desolate landscape surrounding you on all sides, man. Because the sky and the ground are one and the same, and the air is, like, alive. And out of it, claws, teeth, blades, tentacles, and sometimes even wings take shape. They will cut you, bite you, pierce you, whack you, and flap at you and do all kinds of deadly unpleasantries. And you hear nothing but demonic shrieking and the sound of your flesh being torn apart. If you are not prepared, your body will be destroyed, and that's not good, man. But there's a way to avoid that too. Morphine. You release the pain, and if you don't feel pain, it means the body is not getting hurt. Yeah, it's logical. It feels like pulling a decayed tooth after anesthetizing yourself with lots of brew. You feel something moving in your jaw, crackling and all that, but no pain. You know all that? It's the same once you enter a rift. You feel all these things around you pushing and nudging. But there's no pain, and you're not getting hurt. The difference is you don't end up missing a tooth, or like skin, flesh, and bones. This is, a little bit of a joke because the morphine shot item causes you to have 50% damage reduction while it's active. So yeah, if you don't feel the pain, it means the body's not getting hurt. Very logical. Anyway. Brew is the catalyst that lets you enter. No, the brew lets you see. Catalyst lets you enter, the morphine lets you survive, and there's one more thing. You can't quite remember what it is, though, because you can't fucking remember anything. He ignores my question, and, we gotta go into the caves to the east, north, and left. We're still in the Holmes phase of the journey. According to the vision, and if the vision shows it, then it must be true. We're getting closer and closer to the end, man. So, I've got the morphine, and I'm ready to roll. Sorry I dropped you again, man, but we're finally here. I fell on my head. But we're finally here! Dude is such a ridiculous person. Seems like a very unreliable friend to have, but at the same time, a pretty fun one. And then after being a bit confused about, where all of this stuff is, here we go. I do not see the entrance, though. But he wants me to rely on my drunkenness and observe the wall from the summit of my consciousness, even though I'm feeling pretty sober. Dang it, man, just take a better look again. So I stare at the wall, and there it is. The secret entrance to Dude's cave home. He lives in weird places, but all the good places have been taken by people with lots of gun or creatures with lots of teeth or psi abilities. And, the secluded space seems, nice and quiet. He says he's gonna wait here. What horrors work in his home? He actually thinks something's in here. Kind of dawned on him a few moments ago, as we got near the entrance. And regardless of his new hunch, it's not difficult to suspect such a thing after all the other things. He can't remember, but he knows that things have gone terribly wrong inside, and if something attacks me, I should kill it. So, let's check out Dude's third home here. And it's full of cats. Adorable. Just gonna poke my head in here. One of these shelves, there we go, has 10 dog crates in it, which are going to be very important here. Why don't I go ahead and show you the problem with the cats? They are laser cats. Dude has the weirdest fucking lives. So anyway, kitties are just too cute for me to, stab them all. And also, these kitties are kind of, too dangerous for me to be sure that I can stab them all. So instead, we're going to capture them in dog crates. Okay. The last few can be a bit tricky because you can't get too close to them. Luckily, I saved before stepping over there. So, we're just gonna sit here and wait for the kitty to get closer to me. Oh, yeah, a little further this way. A little further. Come on. Come here, kitty, kitty. This can take a little while. If it takes too long, I will cut the video down some, so if you see a jump here, that would be why. There we go. I don't normally cut out any of the content, like the half an hour in the previous episode I spent failing at the second audio puzzle, because I think you should all get to see exactly how much I struggle with this. Why would you watch a dominating Let's Play if you didn't want me bashing my head against the wall? Anyway. If this cat would just get a little bit closer, I could snag it. Wow. Come on. Come on, kitty. Well, jerk, what are you just doing just sitting there? Come on. You're such a cat. Over here. I don't know why they get so murderous when you walk past that point. But, That's how the cats steal. Come on. Come on, kitty. Yeah, if I remember, I'll cut this down a little bit. Oh, we have another Barcelona chair here. Yet another Barcelona chair. What does Barcelona even mean? There's a empty cauldron. So many mushrooms have grown inside that you just add water and start a fire underneath. A broken fan. A scratched to oblivion monitor that's only upright because it has been screwed into the counter. Come on, kitty. There. Let's see if, since the other one's around the corner. Oh, okay, hide. Died very easily there. They're both around the corner. Yes, come over here. Closer. Still a little further. Here, kitty. Come on, cats. This isn't good content. I need you to... Vamos. Alright. Cats are getting pretty close here. And that cat was over here before, so it's not, biggest change in the world. I think I can grab that one from here. Capture failed. Oh, because it went hostile when I stood there. Okay. It needs to be slightly closer. There you go. Now I've got it. Okay. Only one kitty left. I'm pretty sure that this isn't gonna work, but let's just see. Okay. And 2 out of 3 of those were critical hits. I think they have a pretty high crit chance, and I am also giving them a 7% bonus to crit on me. I'm gonna try that one more time, though. I think if I can stun it... Oh, I killed the kitty. I just can't do it. Poor sweet babies. Maybe if I unequip my knives. The cat out. No, it started to get pretty close. Okay, I'm gonna go kick dude's cat again, but this time without kukri in my hand. Oh, I'm just too powerful. Alright, I'm gonna wait it out. I'll cut the scene down if I have to. Or I'll just let you all suffer. I mean, you can fast forward, right? Well, if I had Taser, I bet I could do it. Okay. Come on. No, don't go that way. No. There we go. I'm gonna cheese the cat motion here a little bit. every time it randomly moves closer, I will, save, and every time it randomly moves further away, I will load. Huh, you gonna take the same path every time? Oh, not if I do that. Whiny little jerk. This way. I hate this cat. I might actually go and kick it soon. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh my god, this sucked. Okay, I think I'll tell the cats. Freaking laser cats. So, you'll notice that there's no cats in my inventory because they're considered a plot item for some reason. They also have an energy bar on them because a captured laser cat is a laser weapon. The lovable laser cat has unfortunately been turned feral due to overcharging. You can charge a captured laser cat up to 100 energy, and then provoke it to shoot a laser beam towards your target, dealing 15 to 30 energy damage at a cost of 10 energy. I'm going to stash the other 9 of them here because they weigh 4 pounds apiece. But I'll bring the rest of them with me. Now let's go grab Dude real quick. So, even though he does 15 to 30 damage, I have no idea what the actual crit chance on those is, but it seems to be relatively high. And I like using the captured laser cat to finish off enemies in the arena. I feel like it's a really ridiculous and showy thing to slaughter all your opponents with a laser cat. So, yeah. Let's go inside. And Dude will now, say you some shit out. And, who's skewering some hopper meat? Where did he get the meat? Doesn't remember. It's been a while. I don't want any. So... he knows some people think he's on the other side of the rails, but everything he does is for a reason. The visions guide him and they've never let him down. And, he's not gonna turn tail if he sees something he doesn't like. Even if we take the rift to the middle of an intergalactic war between sentient centipedes and crustacean-like fungoid monsters, that's for a reason. He always knows the right things to say. So, what did he see after we went through the rifts? He mostly remembers seeing me, but he doesn't recall anything too specific. It was a bit fuzzy. And the meat is done. Not even second passes before he spits it into the fire. The worst hopper he's ever tasted. That's what you get for eating weird old meat that you find in your pockets, dude. I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, gotta find the final ingredient here in Dude's house. There's some scribblings over here, including a note that says, "Do not overcharge the cats." A periodic table into which several new elements have been added, but I can't figure out what they are due to the damage and grime. Some desaturated cyanic inhalant, morphine, catalyst, and a mind shroom. And then we've also got some taurine, napalm, gyrometrin and antidote. We'll grab all of those. And there's a tank, something inside of which moves when I knock on it. That's about all I want to know about that. A bed surrounded by liquor shelves and covered with mushrooms. Literally surrounded his bed with booze. And a psychic sonic field counter that is stuck at the top of range, probably because we're in Dude's fucking weird house full of laser. So, tell Dude about the chemicals I found. Gyrometrin? Once you reach the exit rift, you're not going to be able to pass through because the living air has surface tension. You fall into it when you enter, so you easily break the surface like jumping in a lake, but if you want to get out, it's like an ant stuck in a drop of water. Dark, deadly water. Water that wants to mutilate you. You'd be stuck inside, watching a whole different world that you can't reach, and then when the morphine loses its effect, the guts of the universe will rip you to shreds, and the living air will devour you, and all that kind of terrible stuff. Gyrometrin is toxic, and it hurts what is living, so it will hurt the living air. But it won't hurt you because you don't feel pain. Damage done to the living air will create a temporary vacuum, but that doesn't suffocate you or anything, like in our reality, because we're to be in the in-between. And in the in-between vacuum is freedom from the living air, so you can walk through the exit and meet your destination. Brew lets you see, kettles lets you enter, morphine lets you survive, and gyrometrin lets you escape. That's everything we need. So all we gotta do is mix this up. Gotta make 2 juices, one for me, one for Dude. You had battery acid and he died. Dude's got the geezer you drank battery acid on the mind. Asked Dude if he had kept notes, and he says, "You're asking after all we've been through? Look, what the hell, man? I don't know, man. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Check around, like a super concealed crack in the wall no one could ever find." The only note I found that was really interesting was the one that said not to overcharge the cats, which is damn good advice. Not as good as, like, don't drink battery acid, but pretty damn good. He doesn't think it would be a long-winded scribbling, because he usually writes recipes out. Really simply and concisely, like, for example, 17 milligrams of unsaturated cyanic acid of catalyst, 55 milligrams of morphine, 1 milligram of gyrometrin, and 300 milliliters of mushroom brew. Anyway, he just remembered the recipe. Gee, his brain, it's fucked. Gave me my my bottle of brew back. So let's fire up the friggin' juice here. Ooh, and I gained a level. So Dude's gonna do some brewing. I'm gonna pull up my character sheet over here while he does that, so that I'll be ready to level up. Oh man, what am I gonna take for a feat? So many good choices. And there we go. It might make me sick or paralyzed, but only until I get used to it. Dude is just, so reassuring. But he also says that he can't get sick or paralyzed because his body can handle any alcohol-based liquid or solid matter and it won't hurt him. That might actually be true. More on that later. Well, in a future episode. And, I asked how long it lasts. He says it's not like you can just instantly and inexplicably know how long something is gonna last. Only I can because if I look at it, it says, well, if I drink it, awesome duration. But let me level up first. So I'm level 18. More melee, dodge, evasion. Electronic skill would not go over terribly. Mechanics is also pretty useful, especially now that my biology skills come up a bit. I'm gonna put points into both of them eventually. I'm just not sure which one I want to do right now. I'm gonna put 1 point into lockpicking to pick it up to 75 just so that I can, pretty much all the locks in the game, I think, are multiples of 5 for the difficulty, so that'll get me 1 higher up. I'm gonna do electronics for right now. That should be enough to make myself a crappy taser. And let's see what kind of sweet beats we can get. I'm sure you've realized by now that I'm just terrible at following the order I lay out for myself, and most of that is because there's so many useful things you can do. This one is pretty helpful in a lot of contexts. It lets you get a guaranteed dodge. This one's pretty helpful. It can do a lot of poisoning. That's also pretty helpful. I don't have a bleeding weapon yet, so I think I'm gonna put off vile weaponry and taste for blood. What else do I even have on my sheet? This is the best content right here. Everyone loves staring at the level up screen. There's... It'd be so much easier if these were in alphabetical order. It's what I'm not seeing, and I'm just trying to see what the requirements are, because if it's a skill thing... I could maybe just boost its skill. Might? Oh, I already have Ripper. That's why I'm not seeing that. Pocat. Can't take a feat I already took. And I took them all out of order, so my sheet has very little useful information for me. probably gonna take Uncanny Dodge this level. Yeah, I'll take Uncanny Dodge. That'll be really helpful for some of the tougher melee opponents that I'm gonna come up against later on. Because it's just a guarantee that they won't get to hit me. And I'm gonna put, I think I want to put it into cheek shots damage. Incapacitation's also really helpful, but it's not as necessary, so we're gonna go for pure damage output here. Stat gave me plus 10% bonus because I have critical power, so a little extra crit damage bonus there. And let's go ahead and drink the juice. The game makes it makes an auto permanent save for you there. So, just try to touch the rift, you just kind of drift right through it. Once you attune yourself to it, you can almost feel your consciousness flowing from your forehead into the rift on a wave of juice. That sounds like a pretty bizarre feeling to me. And I see the rift more clearly, so let's go ahead and step inside. What could possibly go wrong? Turns out quite a lot. Nauseated, you step out of the wavering rift as it closes behind you. You try your hardest to remember and make sense of your journey through the in-between. What you felt and saw, but it is simply incomprehensible. You just have this feeling that a lot of time has passed. Regardless, you are uninjured, untouched, whole, and that is all that matters right now. However, there's one thing you remember clearly, and that was someone yanked your arm and pulled you into reality. Dude has dread in his eyes. He made a terrible mistake. It is not supposed to be like this. He's freaking out. He knew something was wrong as soon as he stepped into the rift. And, he thinks we strayed from the vision. We're not supposed to be here. This is not part of the vision. This is the unforeseen reality. Dude fucked up really bad. Everything is wrong. And, we almost got ripped to shreds by the living air. He yanked us out because the juice was, starting to wear off. And, we're in some kind of military base with foreign language marking on the crates, which means we have exited Underrail proper, and we are in a different place. So how do we get out of here? dude is suggesting that, what he's about to suggest will be strange, but we need oil. He thinks the juice is still in our system, but it's stopped affecting us enough to let us, rift walk. It's not running well, and we need a way to get it moving. We need, mineral oil. So I'm grilling him on how the mineral oil would work, and he said, I just led you through a hole in the universe and you're busting my chops about mineral oil? Man, like me. So, alright, I'll trust you on this. There's no vision to fall back on, we're totally alone. Our survival rests solely on my awesome skills of awesomeness. Dude is going to hide in a closet the whole time. I am going to steal everything that is not nailed down from the Grey Army and drop it on the ground here. I am dropping it because I will be back with even more heavy stuff later on. So, no going through that shaft. But we can pop out into here and do a little bit more looting. Tungsten. I'm gonna drop that off really quick just because it's heavy. And there's so much more looting to be done. So let's head over here, get into stealth mode, and take a look at this weird little military base we have found ourselves in. So, got a machine gun there, and a gray soldier suit of armor. It's a pretty decent tactical vest, but yeah. So this is the Grey Army military base. It is not super far from Underrail, where we are right now. I don't think that camera can see me over here, and we're good. But, you know, far enough that you only encounter, I think, one character who's ever been here before. And only if you pursue a specific quest line. Oh, and we got some money. Zlatorthia. On the face side, there's a austere middle-aged man with a great thick mustache and slightly less thick eyebrows, and a elaborate uniform. He is the dictator and leader of these people. Running low on lockpicks. Okay, I'm gonna go drop this loot off and then maybe be a bit more sparing with my remaining lockpicks. At least until I've looted everything. Now, if I was playing a male character, I would be able to slap on one of these pretty soldier suits of armor and use it as a disguise. But if you play a lady like me, there are no women in the Grey Army. It is a very socially conservative fatherland that they lived in, and the idea of a woman in uniform is absurd to them. I don't think I'm agile enough to go through this, but it's possible with a cave hopper stake. That might be. Oh, hey, look at that. I might have been able to do it without the stake, I'm not sure, but if you fail, you get wounded by the fan blades. So it's better just to not do that. Anyway, let's do all the stealing we can. There's also a computer over here we can use, so you can hack in. I have no idea what any of this does. That one has a girl's name in it. This one is talking about, someone's mother and father. Not able to deduce much else. And a name. I am not smart enough to make much more sense of it than that. I'm gonna slow things down a little bit and sneak around the corner here. My intention is to try to sneak through this place without killing anybody because, they didn't actually do anything to wrong me. They just happened to be where I ended up. That's not a great reason to kill people. Can I hack a 70? I can. Just need to charge my hacksaw. Here we are. Magazine. Presumably we're headed towards the magazine where they keep all of the ammunition and whatnot. That camera makes this part a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. And we've got some heavy gunners here. Real cheerful looking guy. There we go. And that one requires hacking 100, which I'm not going to be able to do, so we need to go steal a security card. There we go. Just barely sneaky enough to get past that guy. Open up the vent shaft here. And that's the wrong one. I think I need to go up the stairs and then open the vent shaft. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So now we can sneak around the vents. Classic, vent sneaker. Some special ops snipers, heavy gunners. This place is really well defended. So punching your way through it is not really the best plan. I've done it before, but you have to get real murderous. Oh, I can only do up to an E5. Shoot. Oh, fucking double shit. Oh, fuck, shit, fuck. Okay. Whew. So, magazine key card. And we're also going to steal officer armor and a medal because, stealing is fun. Now I just have to sneak back out of here without getting spotted. That went really well. Usually I screwed that up more. I guess the little agility bonus I've got there is helping my stealth ever so slightly. Okay. Here we go. Walked right by that guy and he didn't see me. Oh shit, now I'm fucked. So... I'm definitely gonna have to load my game here, but, I just figured I'd show you, how badly things go wrong if you get spotted. When the dog tackles me, it makes shit even harder. My action points are lowered right now. I don't think I have any... Yeah, okay. It's all over for me. But we'll let this run its course. And yeah. Don't get spotted by the camera, because you will die. I'm just gonna wait a second for that guy to go by. And hopefully that'll get the camera timing right. There we go. Cool. So, doing a pretty good job of sneaking through here. Just wait for the camera to go beep boop. There we go. One. Move that down since I don't have any regular lockpicks. So much loot. If you're not very stealthy, you may end up having to kill everyone here. Not a very nice thing to do, but better than, you know, being killed by the Grey Army, I guess. So, that's just how it is. I've done it both ways. Here we go. Gun lubricating oil. Appears to be, mineral-based. And now the label says... Lubo dotisni krkomanchnik shelnik za pushriayak dagu zalu popilak znisht. So, nav, no. Or something kind of like that, I'm sure. Whatever the pronunciation is supposed to be, that is incredibly far from it. But it's the best I can do. So please don't make too much fun of my horrible pronunciation. Okay. I have shed enough weight that I can now sneak back out of here. So I'll save my game and then do that. Here we go. And we're back. There's that old enter combat mode to move faster in stealth cheese trick again. Very helpful in this place. Okay. It should be noted that cameras aren't always a A problem can sometimes use them to, distract your enemies. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I needed to loot that locker. Whoop, shit, fuck. There we go. There's some other stuff you can do here that I have, skipped over, but it's not, super important. We get to get a peek out here. Just a, bathroom here. It's a lot harder to sneak through there if you're not able to get through the vent, because there's guards on patrol, and then there's the camera in the hallway. Okay. I was overly cautious about my lockpick consumption. Walking like alphabet now. So slow. Anyway. Wired back to the shaft row as before. Picked up a lot of pretty valuable weapons. Grenade launchers worth 15,000. It's nowhere near as powerful as my good old thumper, but it'll do in a pinch. I got a few of these Zlatortia notes. Here we go, dude. Got some gun lubricant. He's not able to understand the label, but he doesn't see any skulls or hazard symbols. So, it smells terrible. And, yeah, it doesn't look like it's very pleasant to drink. But we opened the rift, and we're back. Tired and a bit sick to the stomach, standing by the fire with Dude. The sounds of gastroenteric insurrection coming from Dude's volatile bowels easily dispel my recuperative peace. We have just been, I guess, both blowing up since we got back due to, drinking that oil. Dude's been thinking about how did he screw up, and he figured it out. He did not respect the vision. He was not supposed to come with me, and that's why it went wrong. He only saw images of me Rift walking, and, he wasn't there. First time he ever did something against the vision. Threw off the whole universe. Two people attract more living air trying to kill them than one when it attracts. So, maybe that messed up the juice. The point is, the juice wears off quicker if two people are together in the in-between. And, He can make juice and we can, like, hang out and talk, but he's, done traveling around and collecting stuff. Except for juice ingredients, so we're not really done. So I'm trying to get the juice recipe, from Dude. He's worried that I won't need him anymore if I know how to make it, because he doesn't have a lot of friends. So he gave me the recipe, but I'd also like him to, make some juice. It's gonna be really time-consuming to get all those ingredients, man. But, you know, it's my destiny to get them. However, what if I get him a supplier? Southgate Station. We have a mushroom room. And, if I can arrange that, he'll take care of picking up the supplies and, brewing the brew. So, yeah. Feud is surprised because I said I changed my mind, but, not, like, literally. Anyway, Dude has a lot of interesting things he can tell you, like, you know, rat hounds are pretty easy to tame. Yeah, had one called Shoe Devourer. No matter what you say there, Dude says something else, but agrees with you because he has no clue what's going on. Shadow crawlers are very dangerous. Mostly hunt alone, stalking their prey from the shadows. That's kind of bullshit. I run into a lot of them in pairs and triples. And as a matter of indisputable fact, that they are the shadows, the crawling shadows. That's what they are. And the brain interprets them as giant ugly bugs because, like, getting attacked by an actual shadow is just too damn freaky. So we see shadow crawlers instead. And the darker the shadowers are, like, the uglier the bugs become to us. And that's proof right there. Yeah, what he's basically saying is if you go into the darker, danker places in Underrail, you're gonna run into the bigger, meaner shadows. Which is to say death crawlers. We've got lots of, little tips like that. Anyway, and I'll learn the juice blueprint so that if I ever need to, I can make my own. But I don't have any juice right now, and I don't have the ingredients to make any juice. So we're gonna have to walk out of here. We're gonna use this shelf at Dude's house for storage. Because we'll be able to rift walk in and out of here with relative ease. Hang on to a couple of those guns for, later selling, and I'll stash them for now because they're pretty heavy. And I might find more loot on my way out. So now we have to find our way out of the caves. And see, we're pretty far from Oculus, but we could find our way back over there if we tried. Southgate Station somewhere down over here. And these caves are pretty freaking dangerous. I think I'm gonna call it here, so next episode we'll start off with Escape from the Caves. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great night.